so much for spending time with me today. As you know, my name is Faith Johnson of the Hair Company, and I am your hair and beauty expert, coming to you with not only expertise, but also with education. So this is what we're going to talk about today. I get donations all day, every partnership with American Cancer Society. Cancer survivors who, once they go through the chemo process, they need wigs. So we get people with great, wonderful hearts that love donating wigs. The only issue with that is sometimes they bring wigs that look like this. I promise you, with this wig looking the way it does, I promise you, this is a good wig. Why? Because it's actually 100% human hair. It just kind of got, I don't know, in a fight or something? I don't know what happened, but whatever the case is, I'm going to get this wig ready for someone, and they're going to just absolutely be so grateful to get this wig. So the first thing you need to do if you come across a wig like this, you need some of this. And what is this? This is our Unlock Hair Detangler leave-in conditioner. I promise you, this is a wonder drug. Listen, this is something that if you're going to be in the wig game, hair extension game, braiding game, this is what you need. I promise you. This is our #1 seller, goes all over the world. So this meets this, you're going to get this. I know you didn't believe it, but yeah, that's the end result. So how did I get there? Let me show you how. Okay, so let's get started. What do we need? First, you're going to start out with our Unlock, water, vent brush. This is mandatory. Also, a rat tail comb. And you are going to need some, I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, you can see that. You're going to need some thin nose scissors. How much tangle is in here? So the first thing I do is I try to comb through it, and I see where all my knots really are. It's really at the nape area, and a lot of times that happens because sweat. When people sweat and they do not wash the wig, this is what you get. So okay, so now that I've assessed it, I see where the majority of my tangle is right at the nape. It's not too bad around the sides, not too bad on the inside. All right, so let's get to work. Use our Unlock. We're gonna spray it liberally. Now we're gonna use our vent brush. It's starting to come apart already. This is the best detangler on the market, hands down. Not that I've used everything, but all that I've used in my 30 years of doing hair, I have to say, Unlock, our La Hose Unlock, it will work on synthetic hair and human hair. So when is the best time to really use the Unlock? You can use it daily. If you have wavy hair, that is the best product to use because it keeps your hair nice and soft. It pops the wave or the curls, leaves your hair nice and soft and conditioned and shiny. And also another thing that I have to use my Unlock for, it's great for hair extensions and weave takedown. When you put the Unlock on the hair, it causes the hair that was going to shed to be released, and it helps it from not tangling. Let me show you what you use the scissors for. Sometimes the tracks, they kind of work together really tight. But if you use the scissors, I'm going to close them. You can kind of pull just a few little spots out. And if you pull those spots out, it'll untangle the rest of the hair. And I'm gonna do the top, okay? And what you wanna do is you wanna lay the wig flat out, just like that, okay? You find the centerpiece. So this is my center right here. Unlock. Saturate it completely. Then I'm gonna flip it on the other side, and I'm gonna saturate it again, more so around where the net is. Now I'll take my vent brush and look at there. You can comb right through this wig with no problem. So it's completely combed through. I'm gonna flip it this way. As you see, you can see through the tracks. Because when we first started, you were not able to see anything. It was just a big ball. Okay, so let's get started. So as I told you before, however you put the hair in wet is how the hair is gonna come out when you pull it out of that water. So what I did is I did wash out all of the Unlock, okay? So I just kind of washed it, and now that I've washed it, before I dip it in the water, I'm going to comb through. I'm just so impressed with that Unlock, aren't you? But I'm just gonna make sure that all my tangles are out. Again, I'm gonna lay it flat, comb it in a complete circle, so everything looks amazing. Remember, however, if you put this wig in there and it has tangles in it, when you pull it out, it's still gonna have tangles in it. So get all out as much tangles as you can. So there's my center right here. I'm gonna grab that part. You can never be too careful. So now I'm combing all the way down to the crown or to the root or the net of this wig. Everything looks absolutely amazing. I am going to fold this wig this way, like this, okay? I'm gonna put it in my towel. That's the best way to handle wigs, is in a towel. I'm gonna fold it up, pull it over there. So I have a gallon of water. I'm working with the hot plate, which is really good. I really like it. I'm gonna turn it up to high and let it get, you'll know when it's ready, the steam will be, it'll start rolling. And so we're gonna let that sit for about 10 minutes. So now the steam is coming up and I'm gonna get this wig ready. Again, I'm gonna comb through. Listen, I'd rather be safe than sorry, because again, however you put the wig in is how it's coming out. Delicately, this is 1/4 bleach. I'm just gonna put that in the water, just like that. But I use the Clorox. This is Island Blossom. I'd rather use something that has a nice heavy perfume smell. Whatever you like, you know, some people like lemon. I picked the Island Blossom just because it had a nice fragrance. Because, you know, when a person puts a wig on, it's close to their face. So, you know, you want to make sure a wig smells really good. I'm going to use some tongs so I can put it deep down in there. Okay. It's going to sit for 2 minutes. Set my timer. I also had a straight wig that I was working with that I'm actually, since I have the mixture going, I'm actually going to add this one in with it as well. What I'm going to do so that they do not tangle, I'm going to brush it down and I'm going to put a rubber band just around the ends so that the hair doesn't, you know, spread all out in the pot. So just like that, and then I'm going to kind of pull it down just like this. So that way I can keep control over this hair. I'm just gonna set that down in there. Use my tongs, take it, and as that wig goes in, I'm going to now lift up my curly wig. And I'm just gonna take it and place it in a towel, just like that. Make sure you use a towel that you do not mind, because remember, you're working with bleach. Okay, so now I'm all done. I've switched out the water. This is completely clean water now. And now I'm gonna take the ammonia and I'm just gonna pour it in. Now I'm gonna take my first wig, which is the curly one. I'm gonna find out where the top of the wig is, handle the wig from the top. That way you keep more control. I'm gonna brush down. As you see that this hair is still very much untangled, immersed. 2 to 3 minutes. I'm also going to take the other wig that I have, rubber band in this, so these two hairs will not tangle together because I have more control over this hair with the rubber band. And I'm actually just going to sit it over to the side, not do a lot of movement. If they're just sitting there, they'll be okay. So I'm going to let that sit for 2 minutes and then come back and check. Okay, my 2 minutes is up, and I'm just going to, first I'm going to take the shorter wig, which is the curly one. I'm just gonna let it drain as much as possible. Just set that there. And then I'm going to grab the other one. And the way I set it in is so that I could quickly grab the top. So again, we're just gonna let this kind of drain down as much as possible. Okay, so I'm all finished. I rinsed out both of the wigs, and let's see what the results look like. So I'm gonna take the first one, which is the short one. This is Remy hair, it's human hair, it's Remy hair, and there is definitely a difference between Remy and virgin hair. Watch my video in the other one, and I can tell you the difference between what virgin hair and what human hair is. Virgin hair and Remy hair, they're very similar, but they are different. And Remy simply means hair going in the same direction. However, the way the market has changed so much, hair means different things now when you purchase it. So I'll educate you and teach you all what the little words mean. Brazilian hair, all of Peruvian and Indian and Malaysian. And okay, so back to this. I love this little lever here, right? Because once you hold it down, it stays. So that's not going anywhere. So what I'm gonna do again with this wig, put a little bit of Unlock all over, find out where the top is right there. I'm just gonna comb in just a little bit. I'm actually gonna flip it upside down because I want some volume and I want those curls to pop back to life. Now I'm gonna flip it back this way, shake it a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. Scrunch it as I go. Flip it over, scrunch it some more. The best way to style curly hair, trust me, trust me, trust me, when it's wet or semi-wet, to style curly hair while it's dry, it's just gonna fluff up like a little afro. But if that's your look, if that's what you're going for, that's how you get it done. Okay, so that's all done. I think it looks really, really nice. Again, I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna let you see the back real quick. Even though we did have a lot of hair loss, I'm really not even gonna fill that in because I think actually the truth to me is gonna make it look more natural. I'm gonna get out as much moisture as possible. This is the best way to dry a wig. And love the way it feels so far. It feels amazing. I did take the rubber band out, and I wanted to make sure that I took the rubber band out because I wanted to make sure that when I cleaned it or when I washed it with the water, that all of that chemicals got out. All right, so here we go. These are the wigs that we worked on tonight. I'm so excited. They feel amazing. So I'm just gonna brush it completely down, just like this. And the best way, now here's one of my tricks of the trade, one of my little secrets. The best way to prepare a wig to be flat ironed or straightened, what you do is once you get it all combed out, you find out where you want the part, okay? Hair that is vented into a lace cap, okay? When it's vented, it is pulled in a certain way. Once the hair dries, that hair becomes stiff in the roots, so it's kind of hard to maneuver the hair. So if you want to switch your part from the middle over to the side like this, the best way to do it is when it's wet completely. So you know what, I'm going to try that. I'm going to see what that looks like. So I'm going to take my part over to the side because you cannot move a part in a full lace wig when it's dry. Now you can, but the hair is going to fight you. So the best way, it's almost like you're setting the hair. So the next secret that I have found to be absolutely amazing is almost like flat ironing the hair without any heat. You use a fine tooth comb, just like this. Use a fine tooth comb, okay? And you smooth the hair into the direction you want it to go in. The key though is go back and reinforce it with your hand. Smooth it down. And then you take this all the way down. So it's almost like the rat tail comb acts like a pressing comb. It just silks it out beautifully. This is going to go over to the side. Now I'm just going to smooth it with my hand so that it can lay nice and flat. I'm just going to take just a little bit of the Unlock, put it in my hand, like 3 sprays, again to soften the hair back up. And I'm just going to rub it the wig, just like this. Again, you want to soften that hair back up. Or put conditioners in the hair again and change the pH balance back. Okay, so just like this. And I am absolutely satisfied with the result. I think it looks amazing. And I'm gonna let everything dry up just like this and let it sit for 24 hours and let's see the results. So this is the final result of the wig that I straightened, placed in the bleach, and then the ammonia. It's ammonia, not pneumonia, it's ammonia. So I placed it in the bleach and the ammonia, and this is the result. I guess I'm satisfied. Now the curls look amazing. I did cut it a little bit because the ends were still a little ragged. So my personal, professional, opinion that it does work, but do not expect miracles. If the wig hair quality is still not as good in the beginning, then really it's not gonna be that fabulous after the bleach and ammonia. Okay, so out of a scale of 10 to 1, I would give it an 8 or 7 plus. 7.5 or a -8. However, I love it. I love the wig. I didn't want to throw it away. So this helps me to keep it just a little bit longer. It was not a cure-all and it wasn't a fix-all because it's still, like I said, it still feels a little, you know, the ends still feel a little bit dry. But I get to keep my wig probably 6 months to 8 months, a little bit longer. Love this wig. Don't throw it out. Try the bleach and the ammonia. I think you will like it. But I will say this. The better the hair is in the beginning, the better results will be after the bleach and ammonia. I hope this helped you. And you know what? Please give me your comments. Tell me what you think. If you've done it already and you know that it's worked and you don't believe what I'm saying, leave it in the comments. Let me know. Let's dialogue. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to push like the thumb. Take the pointer, push the thumb. Thank you so much.